Hello guys, good evening. Welcome to another tutorial on how to make a drag and drop feature like sketchware's drag and drop. So as usual, this is where we stopped in the previous project, but I have added some extra features which I have prepared for the tutorial today. As you can see in the previous one, whenever you want to drop the dragged item, there is no shadow, but now I've added this shadow. So that's what you will be learning within this tutorial, and you would also be able to move each of these linears inside the other linears. So I would like to encourage you, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely encourages me to continue what I'm doing. And if you have any other tutorial which you want me to touch on, then you can write it down in the comment box. So with that said, let's begin. So before we finish the previous tutorial, it was ended just like this. So currently I've added this linear. Now I'll explain why I've added it. Before I do that, let's go to our drag class. And previously I had everything in this format. I had everything in this, yeah, like this. And during the process of editing and making this new project, I found out that it was going to be quite difficult for me to be able to explain while in this view, and at the same time you understanding while you're watching the videos. So I had to trim everything down with each of the drag events separated so that I can easily access each of them and add what I want to add to each of them. So basically still the same thing, but the classes have been separated into individual add source directly blocks. So yeah, so to make the drag shadow appear when you drag this image, I added this linear, which is our shadow linear. Originally you can actually put the width and height as 0, okay? And when I made this shadow linear, I changed the background color to this gray color. So now as soon as I did that, I came to my drag class. Before I did this, you can see the ID of the linear, it's shadow linear. So I went to my drag class, and then under my drag class, you can see over here, like I said before, I wouldn't be writing the whole program while in the video because it actually takes some time, but I'll provide the whole code down in the description. So now I have also commented each of the lines so that it will be much more easier when you are using the program. So now for our shadow parent, I actually defined the shadow linear parent to be our main owner, and then I set our shadow linear to be the size of the item that is being dragged. So for example, you have an item which you are dragging with the size as 50 or something bigger than that. So this our drag linear. Whenever you drag your image inside this linear, this will have the same size of the dragged view. So it will give you the illusion that you are actually dragging this image view, just like you see sketchware's own. You can see that it has the full length of the view. So they just, it's something similar. I'm not saying this is the exact same thing they did. So I used the exact size of the image view here, okay, the exact width and height of the image view, okay, and I think that's all what I added here. And then on drag started, I didn't add anything, I still left it as blank as it was. Now on drag entered, meaning when it enters another activity, as another view, sorry, when drag view enters another view, so what's going to happen here? So yeah, I actually used a try and catch here just in case we are going to be encountering errors, which of course we are not going to be encountering, but I just did that. So now I said our shadow parent should remove the shadow that is on it. So what that means is that our shadow parent, so if this has a parent, if at all it has a parent, then this view should be removed from it, okay. And um, and then we now say that our shadow linear should be visible, and then the position which the dragged view is being entered on should add the shadow linear. So let me give an illustration here. So as soon as I drag this inside this linear, you can actually see that it's being added there, and if I remove it, it's being added to the next one. So once it enters this linear, it actually adds that drag shadow linear into the linear where the dragged view is. So yeah, that's it for on drag entered. Okay, yeah, so on drag drops, I really didn't do anything. Yeah, basically I think I left it the way it was. And then on drag exited. Now on drag ended, you can actually delete this, but let's leave it for now. I just commented it. So on drag ended, I set the linear shadow visibility as gone, and that's it. So meaning that the the shadow linear is still inside of the position where the dragged view is, but is not visible to the users. Like I said, this is my way, the way I did it in my own. There might be some other better way of doing it. I'm very open to learn more. So yeah, so let's compile this again. I think that's basically all what I did. So I've successfully compiled it. As you can see, that's what it does. Now, as you can see, at this very moment, we can actually drag any of these linears to any of the other views. So in order to solve that problem, let's go back to sketchware, and we are going to say our image view on my touch listener, which is the one we defined in the first video. We're going to use the same program there, but now we are going to define our linear 1, linear 2, and linear 3. So so that's it. So now we are going to now compile this and test it to see if it works. So okay, so I'm running this and opening project. So now if I drag this inside of here, you can see I can actually drag this and drag this out, drag this here, so it's actually giving the illusion that I'm dragging the image. Okay. So yeah. So that's it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we'll be learning how to add items when you drag into the view. Let's say like sketchware. And if you have any question to ask, you can ask in the comment box. What else? Until then, thank you for your time and thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and share to your friends. Good night.